Hiya peeps, my name's Mark and this is a top tip on prepping walls. So if you've got really bad walls or you need to dry line them, we don't often do it in this country. We normally plaster, which is like a first browning coat and then they do a top skim. And even when people plasterboard in this country, we tend to skim over it. I guess it's a lot easier, and it is. But also it's a lot more expensive if you have to pay for a plasterer, which I couldn't afford. So my approach was to dry line this, which would also give me the chance to put some insulation behind it, because I've battened this out, which is in some of the other videos. Boarded it, and then I'm using jointing filler. So in this country, in the UK, we tend to use this Easy Fill. So this is Easy Fill 60. Which on here shows you, has a little clock which tells you it's got a working time of 60 minutes. They also do a 20-minute one, so obviously if you want things done quicker, but I always use this one, and I always do a three coat approach. So I do my first fill, second fill, and then I do my third fill. And each time you do a fill, you make the mix a bit thinner and a bit more runnier. So the first fill can be quite thick, and then you go down. Each time, you obviously let it dry, sand it back. And that's the brilliant thing about this method, is any mistakes, it looks rough, you just sand it down. I used to use a hand sander, which is a ball ache, until I come across this. I don't know why I didn't buy one years ago. I bought one of these recently, the electric sander. And to be honest, if you need to do it, it will change your life. It's a lot more professional and a lot more easier. So that's my tip, get yourself the electric sander. So the way I do these walls is, because you don't need to be a plastering, you don't need to pay all that money to get all the walls plastered. Do your filling, fill your screw holes, fill your joints. Don't forget to scrim up the joints. I use a fiberglass mesh, cover them. Do your first coat, rub it down. Do your second coat, rub it down. I tend to do 2, maybe 3 coats, not always 3, because my secret ingredient is I use lining paper afterwards, and this is what will give you a professional finish. So this is my top tip about doing walls, use lining paper. So once you get the wall reasonably flat and smoothed off, cover this in lining paper and then paint the lining paper. And trust me, it looks like a professional job, and no one will ever know that you didn't plaster. Anyway, that's my top tip for today. Right, I'm off to fill these walls with my hawk and with my thing. I'll quickly show you.